Mastering disrespect, a Stoic's guide to inner peace and strength. Disrespect, an inevitable facet of human interaction, often evokes feelings of frustration and anger. However, what if we could transform our response to disrespect, navigating these challenging encounters with grace, wisdom, and unwavering inner peace? The ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers a powerful framework for achieving this resilience. This essay delves into 10 practical Stoic principles that provide a roadmap for coping with disrespect in a constructive and transformative manner. By understanding and applying these timeless teachings, we can cultivate emotional fortitude, maintain our dignity, and ultimately live a more fulfilling and peaceful life. Prepare to embark on a journey of self-discovery, learning how to face disrespect with the strength and tranquility of a true Stoic. 1. The power of calm, controlling your inner world. One of the central tenets of Stoicism revolves around the understanding that our emotional state is not dictated by external events, but rather by our interpretation of those events. As Epictetus wisely stated, people are disturbed not by things, but by the view they take of them. This profound insight suggests that disrespect, in itself, is not inherently harmful or offensive. It is our judgment and subsequent interpretation of the disrespectful act that trigger feelings of hurt and anger. When confronted with disrespect, it is essential to remember that the other person's behavior stems from their own unique tapestry of thoughts, feelings, and opinions. These internal drivers are not a reflection of your true worth or inherent value. By recognizing this fundamental truth, you can cultivate a sense of calm detachment, preventing their disrespect from disrupting your emotional equilibrium. This calm allows you to objectively assess the situation and choose a response that aligns with your values and promotes your well-being, rather than reacting impulsively from a place of emotional turmoil. 2. Reflecting inwardly, the path to self-improvement. Stoicism places significant emphasis on the practice of self-reflection and self-examination as a cornerstone of personal growth. The Stoics believe that the quality of our thoughts directly influences the quality of our lives, and that we should consistently strive to refine our thinking and improve our actions. As Marcus Aurelius eloquently put it, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. When faced with disrespect, it is crucial to engage in a process of introspective inquiry. Ask yourself pertinent questions such as, is there any truth, however small, in what the person said or did? Did my words or actions inadvertently contribute to the situation, perhaps provoking their behavior? How can I respond in a manner that remains consistent with my core values and virtues, upholding my integrity? By objectively examining the event and your potential role within it, you gain a more comprehensive understanding of the dynamics at play. This self-reflection serves as a Stoic safeguard, ensuring that your responses are rooted in rational judgment rather than knee-jerk emotional reactions. It allows you to extract valuable lessons from the experience, fostering personal growth and cultivating wisdom. 3. Embracing the pause, a moment for rationality. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, cautioned, whenever you are angry, be assured that it is not only a present evil, but that you have increased a habit. This highlights the Stoic belief in the paramount importance of self-control and rationality in navigating challenging situations. They argued that impulsive reactions, fueled by intense emotions like anger or frustration, often lead to regrettable decisions and unnecessary suffering. When confronted with disrespect, the Stoic approach strongly advocates resisting the urge to react immediately. Instead, take a deliberate pause, creating a space for reflection and allowing yourself to regain emotional composure. This pause enables you to regain control over your emotional state, providing an opportunity to respond in a more measured and thoughtful manner. By resisting the immediate impulse to react, you can better align your response with the Stoic principles of wisdom and self-control. This approach typically leads to more constructive and less emotionally charged interactions, promoting a more favorable outcome and fostering personal growth. Pausing is a key Stoic strategy for maintaining composure, enabling rational decision-making, and ultimately leading to more positive outcomes in personal development when faced with disrespect. 4. Cultivating empathy, understanding another's perspective. Epictetus, a highly influential Stoic philosopher, urged individuals to seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourselves. This underscores the Stoic belief in the interconnectedness of humanity and the understanding that comprehending the motivations and emotions of others can lead to improved interactions and personal growth. When encountering disrespect, Stoicism encourages the practice of empathy, urging you to attempt to understand the other person's perspective and motivations. Try to place yourself in their shoes, considering their potential experiences and challenges. Empathy can help you view the situation from a different angle, potentially revealing that the person's disrespect may not be personal or intentionally malicious. It may stem from their own insecurities, fears, or lack of awareness. Furthermore, empathy can foster feelings of compassion for the person, mitigating your negative emotions towards them. By empathizing with the individual who disrespected you, you can avoid taking their words or actions personally, responding instead with greater respect and dignity. Empathy facilitates understanding their perspective, feelings, and underlying motivations. Instead of reacting with anger or defensiveness, you can respond with kindness and respect, de-escalating the conflict and upholding your own dignity. Empathy aligns with the Stoic principles of wisdom, compassion, and self-improvement, enabling you to learn from challenging situations and grow as an individual. 5. Focusing on virtue, the guiding principle. A central tenet of Stoicism is the cultivation of virtues, such as wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. These virtues are considered the essential qualities that enable us to live well and act rightly. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, famously wrote that virtue is nothing else than the right reason. This implies that virtuous behavior is synonymous with rational thought and consistent action aligned with the natural order of things. Stoics regard virtue as the highest good in life, considering all other external factors as indifferent, neither inherently good nor inherently bad. When confronted with disrespect, Stoicism teaches us to prioritize virtue in our response. This does not suggest ignoring or tolerating disrespect, but rather responding in a manner that reflects our deeply held Stoic values and principles. By focusing on virtue, we can avoid being swayed by our emotions, maintain our dignity and integrity, and foster personal growth. Stoicism challenges us to strive to be the best versions of ourselves, particularly when faced with challenging situations. 6. Embracing acceptance, finding peace in what you cannot control. One of the most important lessons of Stoicism revolves around accepting the things that lie outside of our control, including the disrespect of others. Epictetus wisely advised, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he is not, but rejoices for those which he has." This emphasizes the importance of gratitude for what we possess and avoiding unnecessary worry about what we lack. Stoicism also teaches us to discern between what is within our sphere of influence and what is not, a concept known as the Stoic dichotomy of control. We possess control over our own thoughts, feelings, and actions, but we cannot control external events or the behavior of others. Therefore, when faced with disrespect, we should strive to avoid allowing it to disrupt our inner peace. Instead, we should accept it as an inevitable part of life and focus our energy on what we can actively do to improve ourselves and our situation. By accepting disrespect with Stoic equanimity, we can avoid unnecessary anger, frustration, and resentment. Furthermore, we can learn from the experience and grow as individuals. This acceptance enables us to approach disrespect in a rational and calm manner. 7. The power of humor, finding lightness in the face of adversity. Sometimes, a touch of humor can go a long way in diffusing tense situations. As the ancient philosopher Seneca observed, "You have mastered yourself when you know how to deal with what you should not take seriously." Stoicism emphasizes the importance of controlling our emotions and acting rationally, but it also recognizes the valuable role of humor in coping with challenging circumstances. Humor can help us maintain emotional equilibrium, preventing us from becoming overly angry or annoyed when someone disrespects us. Rather than allowing our emotions to overwhelm us, we can choose to respond with a witty remark or a playful joke. Of course, humor should not be employed inappropriately or excessively, but it can serve as a useful Stoic technique for handling disrespect in a way that fosters a more positive and peaceful outcome. It's about finding the absurdity in the situation and using it to lighten the mood, not to belittle or insult the other person. A well-placed joke can disarm a tense situation and allow for a more rational conversation to take place. 8. Setting clear boundaries, protecting your inner sanctum. Stoicism is often mistakenly interpreted as passive acceptance, but it is far from being a doormat philosophy. It is about cultivating inner resilience and strength, standing firm in the face of disrespect and injustice. It's about being a rock, resolute and unyielding, knowing your worth and demanding respect from others. It's about controlling what you can, your own thoughts, feelings, and actions, and letting go of what you cannot, the behavior of others. When someone disrespects you, you are not obligated to passively accept the mistreatment, nor are you encouraged to retaliate with anger or aggression. Instead, you can respond with calm assertiveness, clearly communicating what they did wrong and how you expect to be treated in the future. This involves setting clear and reasonable boundaries that protect your dignity and self-respect. This is the essence of the Stoic approach: to be strong, just, and courageous, respecting both yourself and others, while maintaining inner control and outer dignity in any situation. 9. Choosing forgiveness, a gift to yourself. Imagine being subjected to disrespect. How do you typically react? Do you lash out in anger, or do you choose to let go? The ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers valuable insights on this matter. Stoics believe that forgiveness is not a favor bestowed upon the other person, but rather a gift you give yourself. Forgiveness is the key to unlocking inner peace and happiness. However, forgiveness is not always easy. It doesn't mean condoning or approving of the harmful actions that occurred. Instead, it signifies a conscious decision to release the negative emotions that are ultimately harming you more than anyone else. Stoics advocate for forgiveness, but not indiscriminately. Forgiveness should be approached with wisdom, compassion, and a sense of justice. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our own reactions and responses, and to relinquish our grip on what we cannot, the behavior of others. We can choose to forgive, liberating ourselves from the burden of anger and resentment. We can choose to move forward with a renewed sense of inner peace and tranquility. This is the Stoic understanding of forgiveness. It's not a sign of weakness, but a testament to inner strength. It's not a surrender, but a resounding victory. It's not a sacrifice, but a well-deserved reward. Forgiveness, in essence, is the ultimate act of self-care and a catalyst for personal growth. 10. Shifting your perspective, finding objectivity and detachment. Perspective is the invaluable ability to view situations from a broader and more objective standpoint. It allows you to avoid overreacting or taking things personally when faced with disrespect. Instead, it helps you recognize that, in the grand scheme of things, disrespect is often a relatively minor and temporary occurrence. As the Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius famously stated, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." When you cultivate perspective, you can recognize that most instances of disrespect are not a reflection of your true worth or inherent happiness. You can also understand that disrespect often stems from the other person's ignorance, insecurity, or weakness, rather than any inherent flaw in yourself. You can then choose to ignore it, forgive it, or learn from it, rather than allowing it to consume you with anger and resentment. Perspective empowers you to focus on what truly matters in life: your goals, values, and virtues. You can channel your energy and time towards pursuing what is good and meaningful for you, rather than wasting them on dwelling on negativity or seeking revenge. By doing so, you can cultivate a more fulfilling and peaceful life. Therefore, the next time you encounter disrespect, remember to utilize perspective. It will help you maintain your composure and act with wisdom. Beyond the principles, embracing Stoicism as a way of life. While these 10 principles offer a solid foundation for coping with disrespect, Stoicism is more than just a set of techniques. It's a holistic philosophy that permeates all aspects of life, shaping our worldview and guiding our actions. To truly master disrespect, we must embrace Stoicism as a way of life, integrating its principles into our daily routines and decision-making processes. This involves cultivating a deep understanding of Stoic values, such as wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. It requires consistent self-reflection, examining our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors to identify areas where we can improve. It also entails practicing mindfulness, being present in the moment, and observing our reactions without judgment. By living a Stoic life, we develop a sense of inner resilience that allows us to navigate challenges with grace and equanimity. We become less reactive and more proactive, choosing our responses deliberately rather than being driven by impulsive emotions. We also develop a greater appreciation for the things that truly matter in life, focusing on virtue and inner peace rather than external validation or material possessions. The art of self-control, taming the inner beast. At the heart of Stoicism lies the principle of self-control. The Stoics believe that our emotions are often irrational and destructive, leading us to make poor decisions and experience unnecessary suffering. Therefore, they emphasize the importance of taming the inner beast, cultivating a sense of mastery over our emotions and desires. This doesn't mean suppressing our feelings or becoming emotionless. It means understanding our emotions, recognizing their triggers, and choosing how we respond to them. It means developing the ability to pause, reflect, and make rational decisions, even in the face of intense emotions. One of the most effective techniques for cultivating self-control is the practice of mindfulness. By paying attention to our thoughts and feelings without judgment, we can become more aware of their origins and triggers. We can also learn to detach ourselves from our emotions, recognizing that they are not necessarily reflections of reality. Another helpful technique is the practice of cognitive restructuring. This involves challenging our negative thoughts and beliefs, replacing them with more rational and positive ones. For example, if we are feeling angry about being disrespected, we can challenge the belief that we are entitled to respect and instead focus on the fact that disrespect is a common occurrence that doesn't diminish our worth. The Stoic dichotomy of control, focusing on what you can influence. The Stoic dichotomy of control is a powerful tool for managing anxiety and frustration. It involves distinguishing between what is within our control and what is not. We have control over our thoughts, feelings, and actions, but we have no control over external events or the behavior of others. When we focus our energy on things that are outside of our control, we're setting ourselves up for disappointment and frustration. However, when we focus on what we can control, we can take action to improve our situation and cultivate inner peace. For example, we cannot control whether or not someone disrespects us. However, we can control how we respond to that disrespect. We can choose to remain calm, set clear boundaries, and forgive the person who disrespected us. By focusing on what we can control, we empower ourselves to navigate challenging situations with grace and resilience. The role of reason, navigating the world with clarity. Stoicism places a high value on reason, emphasizing the importance of using logic and critical thinking to navigate the world. The Stoics believe that reason is the key to understanding the natural order of things and living a virtuous life. When faced with disrespect, reason can help us to assess the situation objectively and determine the most appropriate course of action. It can help us to avoid overreacting or taking things personally, and to focus on finding a constructive solution. To cultivate reason, we must engage in consistent self-reflection, examining our beliefs and assumptions and challenging them when necessary. We must also be open to learning from others, seeking out diverse perspectives, and engaging in thoughtful discussions. The importance of virtue, living a life of purpose and meaning. Virtue is the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, representing the qualities that enable us to live a life of purpose and meaning. The Stoics identified four cardinal virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Wisdom involves understanding the natural order of things and making sound judgments. Justice involves treating others fairly and equitably. Courage involves facing challenges and adversity with strength and resilience. Temperance involves exercising self-control and moderation in all aspects of life. By striving to embody these virtues, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and fulfillment, regardless of external circumstances. We can also contribute to the well-being of others, making the world a better place. The power of gratitude, appreciating the good in your life. Gratitude is a powerful tool for cultivating happiness and resilience. By focusing on the things we're grateful for, we can shift our perspective from what is lacking to what is abundant. This can help us to appreciate the good in our lives, even in the face of adversity. The Stoics practiced gratitude by regularly reflecting on the things they were thankful for. They recognized that even in difficult times, there's always something to be grateful for, whether it's the beauty of nature, the love of family and friends, or the simple ability to breathe. By cultivating gratitude, we can develop a more positive outlook on life and build a stronger sense of inner peace. We can also become more resilient to stress and adversity, knowing that we have the inner resources to overcome challenges. The value of simplicity, finding contentment in less. Stoicism encourages us to embrace simplicity, focusing on what is essential and letting go of what is superfluous. The Stoics believe that material possessions and external validation are ultimately unsatisfying, and that true happiness comes from within. By simplifying our lives, we can reduce stress and anxiety, freeing up time and energy to focus on what truly matters. We can also develop a greater appreciation for the simple pleasures of life, such as spending time with loved ones, enjoying nature, or engaging in meaningful activities. To embrace simplicity, we can start by decluttering our homes and reducing our consumption. We can also simplify our schedules, eliminating unnecessary commitments, and creating more time for relaxation and self-care. The role of community, supporting and uplifting others. While Stoicism emphasizes individual responsibility, it also recognizes the importance of community. The Stoics believe that we are all interconnected and that we have a duty to support and uplift others. By contributing to our communities, we can cultivate a sense of purpose and belonging. We can also help to create a more just and equitable world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. To engage in community involvement, we can volunteer our time, donate to worthy causes, or simply offer support and encouragement to those in need. We can also strive to be a positive influence in our relationships, treating others with respect and compassion. The ongoing journey, embracing continuous growth and learning. Stoicism is not a destination, but an ongoing journey of self-improvement. There's always more to learn, more to practice, and more to improve. By embracing a mindset of continuous growth and learning, we can continue to evolve and develop our Stoic virtues throughout our lives. This involves staying curious, seeking out new knowledge, and challenging our assumptions. It also involves being open to feedback, learning from our mistakes, and adapting to changing circumstances. By committing to a lifelong journey of self-improvement, we can unlock our full potential and live a life of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. Adapting Stoicism to modern life. Practical tips for today's world. While Stoicism originated in ancient Greece, its principles remain remarkably relevant to modern life. However, adapting these principles to the complexities of today's world requires careful consideration and practical application. Here are some tips for integrating Stoicism into your daily routines. Start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Begin by focusing on one or two Stoic principles that resonate with you and gradually incorporate them into your daily routine. Journal regularly. Journaling is a powerful tool for self-reflection and identifying areas where you can apply Stoic principles. Find a Stoic mentor or community. Connecting with other Stoics can provide support, encouragement, and valuable insights. Read Stoic texts. Immerse yourself in the writings of Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and other Stoic philosophers. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness helps you become more aware of your thoughts, feelings, and actions, allowing you to respond to situations with greater clarity and intention. Embrace challenges. View challenges as opportunities for growth and learning, rather than as obstacles to be avoided. Focus on what you can control. Don't waste time and energy worrying about things that are outside of your control. Practice gratitude. Take time each day to appreciate the good things in your life. Simplify your life. Reduce clutter, minimize commitments, and focus on what truly matters. Be kind and compassionate. Treat others with respect and understanding, even when they're difficult to deal with. The shadow side. Avoiding misinterpretations and extremes. While Stoicism offers a powerful framework for living a virtuous life, it's important to be aware of potential misinterpretations and extremes. Some common pitfalls to avoid include emotional suppression. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions, but about managing them effectively. Indifference to suffering. Stoicism does not advocate for indifference to the suffering of others. Rigid dogmatism. Stoicism should be a flexible and adaptable philosophy, not a rigid set of rules. Social isolation. Stoicism should not lead to social isolation or a lack of empathy. Perfectionism. Stoicism is about striving for virtue, not achieving perfection. The future of Stoicism, a timeless philosophy for a changing world. Stoicism has experienced a resurgence in popularity in recent years as people seek guidance for navigating the complexities and challenges of the modern world. Its timeless principles offer a powerful framework for cultivating resilience, finding meaning, and living a virtuous life. As technology continues to advance and society continues to evolve, the relevance of Stoicism is likely to only increase. Its emphasis on self-control, reason, and virtue provides a much-needed counterbalance to the distractions and pressures of modern life. By embracing Stoicism, we can empower ourselves to navigate the uncertainties of the future with grace, wisdom, and unwavering inner peace. Keep your calm. Recognize that disrespect stems from the other person's internal state, not your inherent worth. Reflect on yourself. Introspectively examine your role in the situation and identify areas for personal growth. Learn to pause, resist impulsive reactions, and take a moment to regain emotional composure. Have empathy. Try to understand the other person's perspective and motivations. Concentrate on virtue. Respond in a manner that reflects your Stoic values and principles. Embrace acceptance. Accept the things that are outside of your control. Use humor. Employ humor appropriately to diffuse tense situations and maintain emotional balance. Set clear boundaries. Assertively communicate your expectations and protect your dignity. Choose forgiveness. Release negative emotions and forgive those who have disrespected you. Change your perspective. View the situation from a broader and more objective standpoint. These key takeaways provide a concise summary of the core principles discussed, serving as a valuable reference for applying Stoic wisdom in your daily life. Remember that Stoicism is a journey, not a destination. By consistently practicing these principles, you can cultivate inner peace, resilience, and a more fulfilling life.